podcast in partnership with Horrible Night, where there's never enough time in the day for video games. Check them out online at horriblenight.com. The Evolution of Gaming podcast is where we take a look at video games from years gone by. We'll give you a little bit of history of the game as we play and also tell stories from our experiences with the game. I'm Andy Hunsucker, Mangler103 on YouTube, and joining me as always is Jason P. Thompson, jpthompsLP on YouTube.
Hello, everybody.
We play on the original hardware when possible, and as you can see today, we are playing Futurama on the Xbox. This is kind of an interesting game, Jason, because it's actually written by the writers of the show.
Sure.
And I used to have a save game on my Xbox, but I doubt you have any saved games because you never played this game.
No, I've never played this one.
And this is your Xbox, so
yeah,
we'll start a new game.
Sure.
Futurama, great cartoon. It's in its last season right now. I think it's probably still airing while this episode shows up. But this is such an interesting idea because...
Good news, everyone! I've sold Planet Express to Mom.
It's like a whole story, like an episode of the game, of the show.
Of course, a different animation style, too, it seems like, compared to what the show is. A little bit more 3D-ness to it.
Yeah. I mean, they were working with... I think if they did this now, they would just have it perfect.
I would say they would just maybe mimic the show.
Yeah, exactly. You know? It would just look exactly like the show. But
this came out in 2003.
Yes.
Of course, developers, Unique Development Studios. Publisher was Fox Interactive.
It's not like this is the end of the world as we know it.
It doesn't seem like you can...
This is the end of the world as we know.
But it's got a lot of funny little jokes. I mean, it's Futurama. It's Futurama in video game form. Now, I remember the actual game not being very good. But the cutscenes are great. In fact, we should just shut up and we should talk during the game parts, because this is interesting. Full voice acting with the original cast.
Of course, cell shading is what we're referring to when we're talking about the, 3D artwork.
Yep. Looks a little bit more like the, not the traditional textures, but...
Ah, that's cute.
Apparently there were GameCube and Game Boy Advance versions planned, but they did not think that the popularity or lack thereof of the show in the game would make it worth releasing. So
yeah, this game came out probably right as the series was canceled the first time, because the series, of course, it premiered in 2000 and then was canceled after a few seasons, and then they came back with some movies,
right?
And then those movies led into like another 4 or 5 seasons on Comedy Central, and they finally just now have canceled it in the final
and I think
season.
The last couple of seasons are some of the funniest ones they've had.
Oh, I agree. I mean, I've just been watching the last few seasons, the last few most recent episodes, and they're right up there with quality.
And of course, this all seems very familiar to me. Am I crazy to think that this is Beast with a Billion Backs?
I don't know. I don't think so, but maybe.
Wondering if it is. I'm wondering if these have some sort of connection or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
A, B, D. No, wait. I've got a mission for you, Fry.
So it's like you just can't get past any of this?
I can't. Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. Let me see. Can I make the cutscene skippable? Because as much as I love the cutscenes, we do want to show some of this. But oh well. All right, so...
That's the magic of editing, if we need to get down to it.
Yes.
So it looks like you're playing as Fry.
Yes, and I believe you can play as Bender and Leela, for sure. Maybe some other characters as well.
Maybe Zoidberg?
Maybe Zoidberg.
He's always a fun character. This is cool. I mean, for people, fans of the show, to be able to sort of go through the 3D
absolutely.
Planet Express. It's a lot of fun.
Yep.
And I really didn't get on the Futurama sort of bandwagon until later on. More so when it got onto Comedy Central. I got it, but I was just kind of like, eh.
Yeah.
But then it really, once I started paying attention to it, I really enjoyed it.
Alright, so I remember playing this part, and I think I have to, like, climb up on some stuff. Like, back here. There we go.
The hammer! At the bottom of a giant pile of dangerous rubble!
Of course, Fry, for those of you who are not aware of the series, basically is a guy from, you know, the past who gets frozen. Basically wakes up in the, what, is it year 3000 or
Yep.
something like that? And is essentially... What's the relation? I can't quite remember the relationship to the professor.
The professor's like his great grand nephew.
Okay, and of course, he's still younger than him, and it's just all very strange. Of course, Leela plays the pilot, Bender's the sort of robot sidekick, and everyone else comes along. So this is by the same people that do The Simpsons.
Yep.
So there's a lot of sort of inside jokes throughout. Animation style's the same.
Yep. Futurama is a show that rewards you for paying close attention. A lot of jokes in the background, a lot of jokes, like really high-end science jokes. There's a bunch of PhDs, like math geniuses, on their writing staff.
Well, first everything went dark. Then this bright light
So it looks like the storyline. Let me just go ahead and run that down a little bit, because I am actually I've looked up the details on it. Essentially, Mom plays this sort of evil character in the universe of Futurama.
Yep.
You know, a character that nobody likes, but she sells, you know, robots. Like, she controls all the robots' sales, basically, in the universe.
Yep.
Which ones are missing?
And essentially...
They're all in the building somewhere,
he
and I can't
sells
fix the
Planet
ship without
Express.
them.
He, the
Can
professor,
you
sells
find them
Planet
and put them
Express
back?
to Mom.
No problemo.
And so Mom basically takes ownership
this, some
of
kind of
50% of
tutorial?
Earth, allowing her to become the supreme ruler of Earth. And so basically her idea is to enslave humanity.
Yes.
It's just what she likes to do.
Huh.
And so you're trying to repair the ship.
I'm trying to find all of the, yikes. This is, whose locker is this? That's Zoidberg's locker.
That makes sense.
Leela's locker's locked. This is Bender's locker. Can't open that one. This is Fry's locker, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Or no, that's...
Yeah.
That is Fry's locker. And this is Amy's locker.
Copy of Jugs, which makes sense.
Yep.
And Amy's, yeah.
Fit.
Kind of girly.
Yep.
Let's see what the development looks like. So basically, you're just trying to get off the planet right now.
Yeah, right now, this is all tutorial stuff, and I'm trying to, basically, let's see here. I am trying to find all the professor's tools, which I don't have right now.
Well, this is development of the game started before the series cancellation,
Yeah.
which went up to, you know, season 4, then it got canceled, so then the game came out. So this is sort of the lost episode, and that's what it's considered. So that's why I'm thinking it's that sort of whole lost
Break
episode
my hand
thing.
smashing the door down, or get a key
Because I
card.
seem to think that that is the same plot line of that episode,
Yeah, possibly.
where she becomes sort of controller of everything. Of course, like you
You know
said, a
what
lot
I
of the
like?
crew members
Money.
worked on the game.
Yep.
And let's see here. Of course, all the original voice actors are on. Original music. Same guy composed the music for the series.
Huh. So I gotta find all these tools. I'm not doing a good job right at the moment.
So yeah, you basically what you said. Gameplay considered lackluster, but cutscenes, you know, very good, just like the show.
Yep.
So this is gonna, you know, do it for people that are fans of the show.
Yes. And, you know... Oops.
Yes, this is essentially what was on the direct-to-DVD movie.
Yeah. Is that what the wiki says?
Yeah, the cutscenes were basically included on...
Oh, yes.
That.
So if you get one of the... Yeah, if you buy the direct-to-DVD movie, you can watch all the cutscenes for this.
Right.
And it's like an extra episode.
Right. That's
that
what I'm thinking.
you never
That's what I
would've
was
saw.
thinking. That's where I saw it. Could you let me
Yeah.
borrow that one time? And I thought I had watched
Yeah.
it. It was very lost. I was
Yes.
like, what is this about? And then so like that opening stuff,
give
I
me a
looked
second
familiar.
here. Let me see if I can figure out what the heck I'm supposed to be doing.
Well, perhaps I can read you the storyline.
Yes, do that, because I have no idea where to go right now. I'm not doing a good job of anything right at the moment.
It says after Fry, Leela, Bender, and Farnsworth repair the inexplicably broken ship, they escape from Earth with the professor's new invention, the Reanimator, which is just a giant toaster. So, I don't know if that helps. You've got 5 toasters, I guess.
Yeah, that's how many lives I have, basically. That one cutscene we just saw a second ago was telling us how Fry is going to get reincarnated if he dies. So it's that toaster over there. All right. Yeah, I don't know where to go. I can't seem to do anything of value right now. All right, let's look around here a little bit, see if we can see something. I mean, there's this up here that I don't see any way to get. I mean, I guess I have to get those things. Let me see if I can get... There's a bunch of buttons around here. Let me see if I can interact with any of those and move those little platforms down. Again, as you're watching this and you're thinking, wow, this sucks. Yeah, it does. The game itself is, I would say, bad. There we go. Well, that's not exactly what I was hoping for, but okay. Zoidberg's locker, Professor Leela's locker's locked. Can I break her lock? I can. There we go. There's the key card. Okay, so now we should be able to open up doors. That will definitely help us move forward. There we go. All right, so now...
Huh. Looks like Bender had his way with the boiler again. I better not step in the black gunk.
So yeah, very common, like, console.
Love how the janitor's just sleeping in the corner.
Yes, Scruffy. I'm the janitor. Okay, so now we got some progress going here. But again, it's like all kind of random console-y, platformy stuff, which...
I do like the animation style of everything but the characters.
Yeah.
It just looks a little weird on the characters, but like the way those crates were floating, that looked kind of cool.
Yeah.
And the, the slurm machine.
Yep.
Just not so keen on the characters for some reason, but it's growing on me, I guess.
Well, I think it's because the characters are the thing that you're most attached to, yeah. But yeah, I mean, again, like you said, this was, you could walk around Planet Express, and like hang out in their area.
Yeah.
And see what all they were doing.
Because I've never thought about it that long. Like, oh, I can. Like, oh, this is where Hermes' office is. Like, I just never thought about that.
He's got a brain slug. Can I kill the brain slug? No. Great episode with Hermes and the brain slug.
Oh yeah.
All right, so now we're making some progress.
So basically, you just gotta run around.
Yeah.
Bash everything with a hammer.
Yeah.
And you make
progress.
progress.
That's what I've got.
And there's just wads of cash laying around Planet Express. We all know that.
Absolutely. I can't leave yet, obviously, because I have not done anything. All right, so still looking around here. Okay, picked up a tool rack item.
Fire extinguisher.
There's an elevator. So yeah. Yeah. Alright, so there's the thing that I need. The jump button is B, which is not the button I would expect it to be.
It's pretty common for some Xbox games.
Yeah, for some reason. I don't know why.
That is gonna hurt in the morning. Owie, owie,
I need
owie.
to look at this from this angle, because otherwise I can't see.
I'm not rich, but I'm comfortable.
I do appreciate that the character, when he says stuff, his little guy up in the left corner does the same thing.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Ooh, a save.
Well, I can't take credit for that. It just happened accidentally.
You and jumping puzzles in games, man.
I know. We just played Turok a little bit ago, or maybe you haven't heard that episode yet, but yeah. Alright, so... Oh, there's Leela. Oh, fall damage. I didn't realize I was going to have fall damage.
It is a cartoon.
It is. Okay, so how much stuff... Okay, so I can return
There.
tools. I've
Now to go look for the rest of the professor's
still
tools.
got quite a few to find. But, I mean, I remember playing this game pretty far, for the most part. You know, there's a bunch of different stuff you can do, a lot of different levels, but, I mean, what I remember most about it is just how much I hated playing the actual game. Like, it just wasn't fun to play the actual game, which was a shame because the rest of it was so good.
Well, it's not very often that you actually get the original people to do sort of the crossover of the game. So it's
absolutely.
like, you know, they did have at least a little bit of say in how the game played. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they at least controlled, you know, the aspects that were... What the hell? Fry? They at least controlled the aspects... There's one of the tools. That were the story aspects.
Sure.
And that drove some of the gameplay, at least. But, yeah, I'm not remembering... Yeah...
These people do a really poor job at hiding their money.
I know.
Usually just take it to a bank.
Huh. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we don't have a save game or anything on this, so I can't really show you more of it. But it's essentially this. Like, you do have, like, gun weapon type stuff and, you know... There we go. There's another thing. Oh, here we go.
A pogo stick?
That is a pogo stick.
Finally, I'm
There's
as
a
rich as the
hairdryer.
Pope.
Okay. What else we got here? The door over here. Have I been in here? Yeah, I have. Oh, wait, no, I haven't. Yeah, this is the TV room.
Yep. Commonly featured on the show.
Yep. You can look out. This is, I mean, again, like, the point of this game is sort of dead now that you can watch all the cutscenes on that DVD. I would highly recommend, if you're a fan of Futurama, go get that DVD and watch those cutscenes, because they're great. It's actually really funny. But I don't know if I'd recommend playing this game, because it's not a great game. In fact, I would say it's...
There. Now to go look for the
Okay,
rest
what
of
else
the
am I missing
professor's
here?
tools.
There's something up in the upper left
Coffee
corner.
cup and a gear.
Let's see. There's something there. Nope, that's just money. What about this? That's money.
This is like the only time where you don't want money.
Hey, do you mind?
Huh.
Let's see. There's got to be something else over here. Anyways, yeah, I would not recommend playing this game because it's not a great game. But, you know, licensed games, Jason, are kind of a big deal in the history of consoles. So we'll be playing a lot of these sorts of games.
And very few of them are ever really great.
Yeah. I mean, unless it's like a long-term license, like we played some Star Wars games a few weeks ago, those are of varying quality. But some of the best games of all time are Star Wars games, like Knights of the Old Republic, stuff like that. So, I mean, they exist. Licensed games do exist. But if it's when you have a thing that's specifically designed to sell the other thing that you've got going on, that it generally turns into something bad.
Go back to that other room.
This one?
No, the one before.
This one.
Can you go up to those things that are in the wall?
Which things?
Those?
Oh, maybe. Okay.
Try the opposite.
Yeah, that might be where the last thing is.
No, just
No.
money.
Just stupid money. But this game was not one of those games that was designed to sell the console, or certainly not the console. But I mean,
Oh, this has got to have stuff in it.
yeah, there's
There's
something.
your coffee cup. Or measuring cup.
Yeah,
And you're
I think-
looking for gear.
I think I had the gear already. Let me jump down here and
Yeah, unless it's super dark.
yeah,
Yeah, I guess you
yeah,
did.
that was it.
Wonderful. All my tools are back in place, even the ones I didn't need. Ones you didn't need. Oh, sadly, though, there was one part I was unable to repair.
Not the dark matter engine, not the dark matter engine.
The dark matter engine.
Ah, crap!
But don't we have a backup engine?
We did, but we never used it. It being backup and all, so I pawned it. You pawned it? Why? For the same reason everyone pawns everything in America. To get a gun. Okie dokie, Fry. Go to the pawn shop and get back our engine.
But there's a curfew. Hoverbot death troopers are roaming the street.
Ah, yes. Then you'll have to take the sewers.
But
Yeah.
what about the sewer mutants?
I gave you a gun. What do you want, a flowered dress? Now stop being a wussy and get going.
Yeah, so again, the second mission in the game is a sewer level, not a strong start. So let's show a little bit of this with the gun, and then we'll get out of here. Because again, this isn't.
I don't recommend calling that number, by the way.
I would say probably no.
Ew. It smells like... What's it called? You know, the stuff you find in sewers? It's not important.
Yeah, it took all my money away, so I don't know what the point of that was.
Ah! It's a mutant!
But yeah, the gameplay is pretty uninspired here. I mean, you're basically just kind of walking around and shooting a thing from a distance, and it's too bad because again, they had all the full cooperation of and they had the full cooperation of
Bad guy.
the team.
Yeah.
And this could have been a fun game, but they fell back on a bunch of old school like platforming things that just like lives. Like we should have been past that already. We should be well past the idea that you have lives in a video game. It's pointless. You don't need it. And instant deaths when you fall in things. Let's just forget about that. Let's just ignore that. All right. Well, we'll just have Fry kind of stare at us while we get out of here, Jason. That's going to do it for today's episode of the Evolution of Gaming podcast in partnership with Horrible Night online at horriblenight.com. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm Andy Hunsucker.
And I'm Jason Thompson.
And we'll see you next time.